Hello friends, welcome. This is Sagar Praday. We are dealing with electrical drives. In the last session, we discussed the control of electrical drives. In that, we gone through the modes of operation, namely the steady state mode, the acceleration including starting, and deceleration including stopping. Today, we'll be discussing about the speed control and drive classifications. As we know, the drives which runs the motor runs at a nearly fixed speed, which is known as constant speed drive or single speed drive. Multi-speed drives are those which operate at different speed settings. The drives which needs the stepless change in speed and multi-speed drives are called the variable speed drives. Say it is required that a number of motors need to be fed from a common converter, or say when a load is driven by more than one motor. In such case, the drive is termed as multi-motor drive. A variable speed drive is called as constant torque drive if the drive's maximum torque capability does not change with a change in the speed. The corresponding mode of operation is called constant torque mode. Here it must be noted the term constant torque refers to maximum torque capability of the drive and not to the actual output torque. It may vary from no load to full load torque. The constant power drive and constant power mode are defined in the same way. Ideally, it is desired that for a given speed range, the motor speed should remain constant as load torque is changed from no load to full load. So we define it using the speed regulation. So quality of a speed control system can be measured in terms of speed regulation, which is defined as speed regulation is equal to no load speed minus full load speed divided by the full load speed, and it is always calculated in terms of percentage, so I multiply it with 100. Say if open loop control fails to provide the desired speed regulation, the drive is then operated in a closed loop control system. So our next topic is closed loop control of drives. The feedback loops in an electrical drive may be provided to satisfy few requirements. Out of that, first one is the protection of the drive. Second one, enhancement of speed of response. And next one, to improve steady state accuracy. Now we will be discussing the various closed loop configurations which find applications in electric drives. So we will just go through one by one. The first one is current limit control. The scheme of current limit control is shown in figure. It employs to limit the converter and motor current below a safe value during the transient operations. It has a feedback loop, that is current in the feedback loop, with a threshold logic circuit. As long as the current is within the set value, that is the maximum value, feedback loop does not affect the operation of the drive. If all the values are within the range, the operation will continue normally. But when a transient operation exists, say if current exceeds the set maximum value, then feedback loop becomes active and current is forced below the maximum value which we have already set, which it causes the feedback loop to become inactive. So this makes the feedback loop it is not acting. If the current exceeds the set maximum value again, it is again brought below it by the action of the feedback loop. So whenever current exceeds the range, the feedback loop brought it back to the below the set value. Thus the current fluctuates around a set maximum value during the transient operations until the drive condition is such that the current value, that is whatever we have set the value for current during the transient operation until it does not have a tendency to cross the set value. Means what is this feedback loop is doing? It is just whenever the current is going beyond the set limit, it is bringing it back to within the safe values. So some examples are: during starting, current will fluctuate around the maximum value. When close to the steady state operation point, current will not have any tendency to cross the maximum value. So this due to this, feedback loop will have no effect on the drive operation. Similarly, the second one is closed loop torque control. The closed loop torque control schematic is shown in figure. It finds application in battery operated vehicles and electric trains. Here driver presses the accelerator to set the reference torque. Though through this feedback loop, control of torque and the actual motor torque follows the reference torque, which is accelerated using the driver. Now the speed feedback loop is present through the driver. It is through the driver here. Now by putting appropriate pressure on the accelerator, driver adjusts the speed depending on the traffic, road condition, and as per his convenience. And thus the speed is limited to within the permissible value as per the requirement by the driver. Next, the figure is of closed loop speed control. This figure shows this closed loop speed control schematic, which is widely used in electrical drives. This employs an inner current control within an outer speed loop. So you can see here one inner current control loop and outer speed loop. It is a speed loop. Now inner current control loop here is provided to limit the converter and motor current, or say motor torque, as the current and the torque is directly proportional. It is maintaining the motor torque below a safe value. Say in some of the other schemes the current is controlled directly, in others it may be controlled indirectly. Here an increase in reference speed omega m produces a positive error, say small change in speed, that is say del omega m. Now the speed error is processed through a speed controller and applied to a current limiter, which saturates even for a small speed error. Whatever the range of this speed change, still it catches it and it sends back to here, so that speed is brought to here, and based on these two values there will be small change in the speed, and that speed is again pushed to the control system. Now the steady state is reached at the desired speed and at current for which motor torque is equal to the load torque. Same case happens when there is a decrease in reference speed, say omega m, okay, which produces a negative speed error. Same operation repeats but in a opposite direction. Similarly, we can find closed loop speed control of multi-motor drives. So this is the figure is only for to control one motor. Same can be used to control many motors connected together in an electrical drive. Similarly, we can use the phased locked loop control where the PLL control can achieve a speed regulation which is as low as 0.002%, which can be useful in say conveyors for handling the materials, in textile and paper mills, and in computer peripherals. Also, in some applications of position control, closed loop position control scheme can also be used, and it mainly consists of a position sensor. So this is about the control of electrical drives. From the next session, we'll be dealing with the DC motor drives. Before that, we'll be discussing selection of motor power rating. That is, we'll just go through the thermal model of motor for both heating and cooling. Then we'll discuss about some duty cycles, or say motor duties, classes of motor duties, and then we'll be dealing with DC motor drives. Thank you.